All right. Welcome back. So I'm gonna give you what I call the seven solutions. Seven solutions to dealing with popular signs of narcissism in your marriage. When you saw this as a title, you probably thought we're talking about narcissism. No, we're talking about the signs. Those 18 signs, the character, the trait we mentioned, yes. Remember, all of us are probably on some kind of space in this spectrum somewhere, right? So not so soon, not so quick. If you want to watch where I called your partner a narcissist that she or he is, go back and go and watch the thing from the beginning, because I will not fail you, of course, But let's talk about, just in case you happen to be the narcissist, or your partner is the narcissist, or it's just a couple of signs out of 18 signs of a narcissist, right? Let's talk about what the solution is, right? So number one of seven, you need to answer this question: is that a diagnosis? Okay, you need to answer that question. Not to me in this comment. Don't answer me in the comments. Do If you want, feel free, but I'm not going to take your word for it. Okay, I'm going to trust that you go in front of a mirror and say, I've gone through all 18 signs. My partner has all of the 18 character traits, confusions, and then you want to solve it. But the first step to solving that problem is to answer this question: is that an actual professional MPD diagnosis? Okay, the answer to that question will help us before we can move any further. Does that make sense? All right, so write this down. Without this seven, you're probably solving for the wrong problem. You're probably going to stay funky in that same problem, in that relationship. And then, remember, they don't change if you don't change, right? Well, maybe they don't change, but it's even a higher chances that they won't change if you don't change, right? The highest chance, the lowest chances that they will ever change is when you don't change you. So what do you mean don't change you? Because, if you make an assumption that the other person is just evil, narcissistic person, what is there to change about you? After all, you are the victim, the innocent one in all of the. I'm being sarcastic, okay? Make sure you answer the question: is that a real diagnosis, professional diagnosis? If it's not, stop in your tracks, seek help. You need help. You personally need the help, okay? First Samuel 15:23, for rebellion is as the sin of a witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Ha! That one is tough, sir. That one is coconut head is a bastard, sir. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to number two. Number two, stop. That is an action word. Stop obsessing over the narcissist game plan. That's one of the things they tell you. Indirectly, mostly. They will tell you to master the narcissist game plan. They don't always tell you directly. They might tell you to have a plan, or have an exit plan, or master the behavior. You need to know what these people do. You must know what they do. You need to stop. Stop obsessing over the narcissist, or quote unquote narcissist game plan. Just stop it. Please stop. I beg you in the name of God. Please stop. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? Please avoid being consumed by analyzing manipulative tactics. Focus on your own emotional health and mental clarity. Your idea of the other person being the narcissist is not focusing on it's not, okay? It's just not. And everything you focus on will consume a certain amount of energy. That's energy away from your own emotional health, nurturing your own emotional health, and having mental clarity, okay? All right. Their behavior, this is not victim shaming. This is not blaming you for their behavior, but their behavior is still a reflection of how you see the world, your perception, what is going on. But of course, a function of other things going on. It might be deeply rooted beyond the number of years you've known this person. Don't even try to fix them. It's not going to work. Your best chances of replacing that experience you're having right now is to focus on yourself, because the other alternative is a constant puzzle that you're trying to solve, and you're probably not going to, it's not going to happen, I promise you. Let's move on to number 3 of 7 solutions that I'm personally telling you right now. Choose a direction, offense or defense. Now this one is a little tricky because it almost sounds like I'm asking you to offend the other person. No, there are forces. You're not fighting. There are forces of evil against your relationship. What relationship? First of all, relationship with yourself. And you must do everything in your power to put all your focus on offense, not all your focus. But yes, defense is pretty natural to you. You will naturally defend yourself if anything feels like a threat, insecurity, your sense of security, safety. If anything poses that way, you naturally become defensive. Remember, defensiveness is on the red spectrum here, right? So, but it's not you that would define it as narcissistic traits. The other person who is on the receiving end of it might be looking at you as a narcissist already. Maybe they are quiet and you look at their silent treatment as part of their narcissistic traits. But actually, that's the way of being defensive or defending themselves from what they consider to be your narcissistic traits. It's a very tricky thing. It's a vicious cycle. It never ends. Choose your direction. Offense or defense. Against what? Okay, you're naturally defensive. Play some offense. Be intentional with respect to emotional intelligence. Be intentional with the situation you find yourself in. It starts with self-assessment, self-awareness. What is it about me is fueling this, recreating this? Do I need to remove myself? Does that have to be a permanent decision? Sometimes you have to remove yourself. Does that have to be a permanent decision? No, it doesn't have to be a permanent decision, but you need clarity, right? And sometimes removing yourself, removing yourself, sometimes removing yourself from that same room, sometimes removing yourself from the house. Yes. Sometimes going to the hotel room for the night if it's too toxic. So choose a direction here, but I'm letting you know right now that it's not necessarily an offense against your partner. We need to address this with respect to your story. The enemy you're fighting oftentimes is not your partner. I know it feels that way. I know that they are so defensive, they are attacking you, they look like the enemy. I know they could actually be the enemy. Maybe they came from the underwaters, the marine, under spirits, from high places, right? But there's a good chance that's not what's going on. Because if it was, it should be that easy for you to leave. Well, maybe not, because we're talking about mental issues. But the point here is that you need to also play some offense. Take control of your life. Okay? Take control of the situation. Yes, even including setting boundaries, to the point that they might say you're a narcissist because you're setting boundaries. It looks to them that you're selfish. But start with that first. That's offense. It can come off as offense to the other person, right? And then, of course, protecting yourself emotionally. So it's a tricky thing. But just think about this subtopic part of it and let me know what you come up with in the comments, okay? Number 4th solution, okay? The reason why I came up with that is because I feel like a lot of people just play the victim. So all they do is just playing defense. And there's no game in life that all you do is play defense and you win. Life is going to score on you, or you're going to be left behind. You're going to get left behind in the tournament of life because all you do is play defense. Play some offense, at least against the devil. Well, can you not slap the devil in the face once in your life? Anyway, number 4, engage in self-love and care. You know, we can't beat that. I know it sounds like broken record, but it's still true. Engage in self-love and self-care. And if you're obsessed with topics like narcissism and all these other weirdo topics, gender warrior topics, then you definitely don't care about yourself. Okay, you need to work harder on self-care. Stay away from. You learn what you learn. Now it's time to engage it in how it applies into you personally. Engage more. How does it apply to your story? That's more important than the actual terminologies themselves. All right, number 5. This is with respect to number 4. Just because you had self-love yesterday doesn't mean you're doing it today. You need to create a sustainability plan. You need to have a plan for how this is going to you need to have a plan for how this is going to be applied to your life. Okay, over an extended period of time. It needs to be sustainable. I can't tell you how many people are doing self-discovery every other day, every other week, but there's nothing sustainable, which means every time you start over for real. You destroy everything that you've been working on potentially. You need to have a sustainability plan, something that puts you on a consistency plan over a period of time, minimum 90 days. 90 days is quite small. If, in my opinion, already 5 years minimum, because you underestimate what you can do in 5 years. You have a tendency to overestimate what you do in 1 year or anything shorter than that. I dropped the link, sir. I'm rounding up right now. Okay. Number 6. This is a big. This is the greatest of the 7 solutions I'm putting at number 6. But this is the greatest solution. Okay. Focus on what you want, please. Stop being obsessed over somebody who is out to get you. We just want to hurt you. We just want to focus on what you want. Okay. As a secondary to number 6, obviously you're going to draw out a game plan to get what you want. A healthy game plan with respect to the relationship. Okay. If you have a partner that don't deserve to be in a relationship with you, cut them loose, let them go. It doesn't have to be a permanent decision. I know the fear that what if they are gone? What if somebody else steal them? I thought they were the narcissist, but okay, another topic. But anyway, focus on that. Okay, I'm rounding up, sir. Jump in right now, sir. I dropped the link. All right, so focus on what you want. And as a secondary part of this one, like a sub number 6, create a plan to get what you want. That plan cannot be one day in nature, cannot be just this one small tactic. No, it's not possible. Okay, don't shoot yourself on the legs like that. Okay. All right, so number 7, last but not least, as we round up, shut this down in 2 minutes. Have a professional assess you for narcissism. If you're obsessed with this topic, there is a chance that you are a narcissist. Assess yourself. Go to the doctor. Trust me. There's no fear around you. You saw Nick Cannon, right? If you're that obsessed with this topic, this can easily be... Oh, sorry, I dropped the link in the wrong place. So I don't know why I do this. I often do this. Let me drop the link here. I dropped the link in the wrong place. I dropped the link right now, sorry again. If you're that obsessed with this topic, there is a chance that you are closer to the right side of this topic, of this spectrum that you're looking at on the screen, than the left side. Just a chance, a small chance. Do the assessment. I think whatever you come up with, I think will give you some clarity, and then maybe again, it's just self-awareness. But yeah, let me bring Uncle Patrick as we round up. Uncle Patrick, sir, how are you, sir?
Yeah, Allah, you've done great.
We're exactly at 3 hours.
I completely agree with you. But you know what problem I have is all those big grammar.
We're exactly at 3 hours, sir.
Yeah, you did.
I used to blame everybody else that would come on the show for the 7 hours, but I think I need to start checking myself. Maybe I talk too much.
I just want to talk about the verse I dropped.
Okay, the first Samuel.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's 1 Samuel 15:23. Rebellion is as sinful as witchcraft, and stubbornness as bad as worshiping idols.
Yeah. So that's a big one.
Yeah.
He said that my road or no other road.
My way or the highway.
Yeah. So it goes a long way. And look at the way they are connoted. Rebellion is as sinful as witchcraft. And stubbornness as bad as worshiping idol. You made a very valuable point, self-reflection. Where am I coming from? Don't look at the narcissist, or don't look at that person. Look at yourself first. Deal with yourself. Is it the baggage I'm bringing in that is, that is not helping me? Do I need therapy? What am I doing to myself? If you can look at that first. That's why I'm going to round up with this. When you go to court, they say you should swear to an oath that you won't lie. They want you to say the truth so that you can get a feedback. I say, yeah, you were wrong. It doesn't make sense. When you lie to cover up and you are still in the same mess. So that quote goes a long way to treat this narcissist, whatever, you know what I mean? That's why I dropped that. That just is more than 20 years. But this is just dropped into my heart last week.
So true, sir. So true.
Thank you very much, Ola.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I needed to hear that. And on that note, we're going to end the show. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Hopefully, let me know your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Go watch this all over again. There's a lot of things that we talked about today. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Lato says, I need to make out time to watch from the beginning. I would definitely suggest that. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I will see you on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.